Hey, Benjamin Russell. I'm the founder of the Lifestyle Rebellion movement, and today we're going to talk about a pretty cool psychological principle. It's called the Humanistic theory of creativity. And you don't often find a psychological principle that nearly every single sociologist and psychologist across the industry agrees on. It's very rare. You usually have very polarizing concepts and people on either side of the aisle. But this is one that nearly all of them agree on. And what this basically states is that if you don't have your human necessities taken care of, if you don't feel like your human needs are in check, then your creativity, your neural connections, and the areas of your brain that activate your creative mind are dead. You're just not activated. Have you ever felt like you can't create or think about stuff and you're just going through the motions? Well, there's a reason for that. It's because of this humanistic theory of creativity. And this human necessity, it changes over time. So in the history of man, it was shelter, it was food, it was water. But it doesn't matter what it is, it matters about what you feel like it is. So Tony Robbins says it best. Tony Robbins has 6 basic human needs that have to be taken care of in order to activate your creative mind. The first one is certainty. So you have to be certain with your current situation and surroundings. So certainty is kind of like the old school one of shelter, of food, of water. You have to have some certainty and grounding with your life. The next one is variety. A little contrary to the certainty, variety is going to be the exact opposite of how most of us live today. Of commuting the same way on the same streets, in the same car, to the same job, doing the same activities with the same people all day to commute back home, to then do laundry, dishes, and dinner, and then bed. There's no variety in life. It's all the same. And this kills your creative mind. The next one is significance. You have to feel some sort of significance somewhere in life. It doesn't have to be with a lot of people. It has to be with at least one person that you're significant to. You have to have love and connection with those around you. Again, it doesn't have to be with a lot of people, at least one person. You have to have growth. You have to grow and expand and feel like you're learning and applying more and growing more in life. And the last one, you have to feel like you're contributing to those around you. You have to feel like you're contributing to this world that you've been born into. The problem is, in the current status quo, the current lifestyle status quo that we all are born into and live in, we never really fill all 6 of these. Very rarely does anyone ever fill all 6 of these when you have to commute and work at the same job all the time, same activities, and constantly be striving to at least make ends meet, right? This is a major issue because then you never truly unlock your potential. Think about this. When is the last time you ever worked on or did one of your hobbies that you were good at in high school or middle school or as a little kid? Maybe you were an amazing artist and you created these sculptures and they thought you were going to be the next Michelangelo. But guess what? When's the last time you touched it? Can you think? Has it been months, years, decades even? This is a problem. This is a major issue. You're not maximizing your talents. And this is a very depressing life, which brings me to the next one. When you don't have that humanistic theory of creativity applied, when you haven't taken care of those human necessities of what you think is a necessity, you have cortisol going up through the roof. Cortisol is one of the worst things that can happen to you if it's out of whack, so if it's too high of a level. So too high cortisol causes massive weight gain in the areas that you don't want weight, right? We're talking about visceral fat. You're also talking about lack of cognitive function. So not just your creative mind, but your regular cognitive ability to think and decide and act. You're talking about high stress, which usually means it affects your personality. So when your cortisol is higher, you're quicker to anger, you're quicker to sadness, you are susceptible to depression. All these things happen, and guess what? The more cortisol you have, the worse your life is. The worse your life is, the more cortisol you have. So it's a downward spiraling cycle. And this hormone is destroying the world we live in today. It really is. You become just basically a zombie. You become one of the masses. You're just an ant on an anthill. You don't have any individuality. You don't have any variety. You don't have any certainty in your life. All of this can and is solved by creating yourself a living wage. I talk about this in other videos and other trainings, but this one I'm going to stick on this humanistic theory of creativity. This one we're going to stay depressing. So to come out of that depressing pit that I just put you into, I encourage you to find a way to create something more other than what you're doing now. My preference is to create a living wage, and you can take back control over your time and your money and your talent, and you can create and build and grow and become who you wanted to become. I do this through the Lifestyle Rebellion movement, and I teach others how to do it as well. You can feel free to check it out. no matter what you do, just find some sort of certainty in your life. Find a way in order to capture that power and that control over your time again. Usually it's through creating a living wage, some sort of startup or side hustle that you can replace your income with, something that you enjoy. I hope you find it, and if we can help out, please help us help out. Check out the Lifestyle Rebellion movement, and feel free to join the rebellion.